So Bob had this dream to start his own band. So he found out that there was this guy who lived over on Thomason Street, about 2 blocks over from Skylane's bowling alley, that played guitar and sang. So he called my mother up and asked permission to take me to an audition to be in his band that he's creating. And I didn't even talk to him. So he shows up in his Studebaker, and I go, and I get the job that I never even asked for. It's like, where did all this come from? So it was such an age of innocence, is how I look at it. Our first job was $40 at the Hilton Hotel, which is now the Plaza. And long story short, the band played. Then it started being called Rod Crosby and the Intruders. And the first time that appeared in print, Bobby Wilson called them up and said, "You got to do a retraction, because it isn't like Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones. No, this is the Intruders." And they declined, of course. And so it went on from there. And then you play Familiarity and Contempt and all that. They left. I ended up with the band, so it became Rod Crosby and the Intruders. And I played full time till '73, and then I got a degree. I quit for a few years. Had a band called Dove for a while with Patty Tiscarino, Ponce Llanes, Louis Lobo, Kevin Gagnon. Then that went on into Windfall, and with some of those guys. And then the last incarnation of Windfall lasted till I stayed with them until 1980, and then they went on and played with. I gave them the name, and they went on till '87 or '88. So in the meantime, the Intruders was reincarnated by virtue of all of the baby boomers wanting to have parties, reunions, and stuff like that. And then Rick Kern promoted the Border Legends concept, which was actually initially created by another group of people out in the Northeast, but he took it and ran with it and made it into the growing thing that it is. And this all ties in. This is all important.
I love what you said when we talked on the phone about it was the age of innocence. There was no segregation here with the musicians. You all played in the top or the bottom of the Catholic Daughters, and some other band played.
Yeah,
you know how they had 2 dance halls, and you guys have been at the Catholic Daughters and played, all of you guys. And so, it was like the traditional rock and roll, the Anglo, and then we had the rhythm and blues rock and roll, the Fats Domino guys, and you guys were
the correct term. The correct term would be genres. There were genres of music and of culture. And
of culture.
It was not a racial issue. It never was. I never heard any of that. It was, and to be included in this genre with you guys is the greatest compliment I've received lately. I mean, I'm honored. I swear to God.
He's so honored to be included with you legends.
Oh yeah, I'm serious.
How much did you say you got the first gig? $20?
$40. We got $10 a piece.
My first gig was $8. Thank you.
For the whole band or a piece?
1952 $8.
The whole band.
I got $3, man.
Oh,
And that was enough for me to go to buy some bike groceries for my family.
Let's hear from Peter also here.
Okay, I went to Bowie, Jefferson.
Hey guys, let's Danny, hágase para acá. Let's hear from Peter.
You know how much he got?
At age
The first
16,
gig?
I quit school.
For 5 guys?
I used to...
A quarter each. He beat me.
What lady you sent her? And Boy Scout.
Okay, here we go. I want to listen to everybody. We're going to hear about Danny too. Right now it's
Back in
Peter's.
the 50s,
Start
we
over.
had a club in El Paso called the CYO Club. There was churches, Catholic
Youth
organization.
Yeah, I remember that.
Every church had a, Catholic church had a club. I used to belong to Immaculate Conception. I used to belong to the choir there. I used to play football, basketball, track. Matter of fact, we played against Bowie a couple of times. And we had our father was our coach, Father Donahue. Oh. And that guy took off his glasses, he looked like Superman.
Oh.
I mean, that guy looked like Superman. So one time we're going to have a dance, and the band shows up. They don't have a singer because the singer got laryngitis. And I used to sing for the choir. And on the way to practice, I used to sing all the way. So the guy comes up to Father Donahue, he said, "Father Donahue, I'm sorry, but we can't play just instrumentals." He says, "Well, don't you guys have a singer?" "Yeah, but he's got laryngitis." He says, "No problem, I have a guy here that sings." "Pete, come here." So I want you to get up there and sing with his guys. I says, "Father, I've never sung with a band. He says, well, just get up there, you know how to sing. So I knew a few songs, you know. So this band was the Royal Satins. So I got up there on the stage and the guy says, what song can you sing? I said, well, do you guys know Kansas City? Yeah. Well, let's do it. What key? You give me a key. You play the key you want. So we went with it and vámonos. They liked it. So the guy that was in charge of the band said, Pete, you know what? We need you to be our singer. We practice Thursdays at the Missouri Recreation Center at 7 o'clock. So, okay.
That's how you got
I
started.
got started.